Hey, this is Jeff. I'm back on the Xbox 360 playing Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. A while back I did a video that showed you how to escape the world map despite the rampant abuse of invisible walls in New Vegas, and I did it on the 360 so there was no question that I might be using mods or console commands or otherwise cheating. Bolton can put a link to that one in the description. Anyway, I made it this far and ran out of time, so I dropped a save and said I'd make another video to see what else I could find later. And now it's later. I did finally run into some invisible walls here, and I hope I'm not stuck. It's not that big a deal since I have a save file, but the thing is, any place the game designers don't want you to go, if there's even a remote chance you could mash the jump button or physics glitch your way into it, they put an invisible wall. Sometimes that's for your own good, but a lot of times it's just to force you into their linear storytelling, and then it's annoying. And for whatever reason, they apparently don't want you to take the high ground over to the Legate's camp by climbing or glitching your way up here from the road. But they missed one all the way down by Crescent Canyon West, which is how I got here, even though it's obviously the long way around. Now, if you're playing a stealthy sniper-type character, which I tend to do, it's kind of a slap in the face that they force you to charge in the front gate, all guns blazing. I guess, doing it this way is technically an exploit, but I feel like it'd be justifiable payback for all the times the game abuses invisible walls to force you into a linear experience that I think is unnecessary and inappropriate for an open-world RPG. I originally only started making a video about escaping the world map to prove to some skeptics that it can be done, but if I can actually get to the Legate's camp from here, that'd be the second practical use of this technique. The first was reaching the high ground above the Deathclaw promontory, which is in the first video. I have no idea what'll happen if I actually get into the Legate's camp before the battle, but it's Fallout, so I'm guessing quests would get all kinds of broken if you do major objectives this far out of order. I guess Eddie's been following me as best he can, on the playable area of the map, and he just found the gate. Yeah, there's the camp. So, there are definitely Legion around here already. Anyway, maybe you could help the NCR take the dam and then be like, I'll be right back, guys. Fast travel to Crescent Canyon West, walk around the outside of the world map, just like I did to get here, and then snipe him from the hilltop where you don't even have to deal with Praetorian guards whacking you in the face. And yeah, there are definitely guys down there. I don't see the Legate, but the game isn't even rendering his tent because I'm so far away. Ordinarily, you wouldn't have a line of sight to it from this distance, so let's see if I can get a little bit closer. I'm not really worried about getting stuck on the terrain now because I can just reload my save. And take a look. Yeah. Yeah, his tent is there now. Ordinarily, he confronts you at that switchback halfway up the hill, so either I'm too far away for the game to render a person, or he hasn't spawned yet. Uh-oh. Invisible wall. Hopefully I can go around. That's gonna be tricky. Okay. Yeah, unless there's another invisible wall, in which case I might need to reload. Oh, here we go. Oh, not quite. Yeah. Alright. Little more. Yes, got it. Alright, let's go around the hole. Alright, I'm thinking that we should be... Oh yeah, there's nothing out there. But from up here, yeah, this should be perfect. Oh, there's an untextured cliff object. You can see a lot of those and some of that untextured landscape in the first video. I think I'm farther away than I was. Yeah. I'm definitely outside the render distance for people because they pop in when I use the scope. What the hell? Let's start some trouble. Might not be able to hit them at this range. No, they're taking damage. What a cluster. They have no idea what's happening. Probably have better accuracy if I brought the anti-materiel rifle. Actually, I'm not sure this character even has one. It's been a long time since I played on the Xbox. Well, you get the idea. I'm just wasting ammo, but you could really soften up the opposition from out here before you ever set foot in the camp. I mean, unless you side with the Legion, obviously. Maybe I can get a little closer, farther around the hill. Is this gonna hurt? No. Good. I was able to kind of cling onto the ledge a little bit there. Of course, getting back up might be a problem now. Oh, here we go. I don't really suck that bad. I'm just compensating for windage. That's right. Everybody run over to this side of the camp to see what's going on. Get enough bodies packed into that alcove and I have to hit something, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get even closer. Oh, wait. With all those critical hit messages queued up, I obviously was hitting them. Anyway, if I can get around to the north side of the camp, maybe I can see if the Legate himself is there. And another scary drop. No problem. Yeah, this all looks negotiable. Since there's nothing but untextured landscape over to the right, I shouldn't run into any invisible walls on this side. Although I am in an area that wasn't designed to be walked on, so I could fall into a hole or one of those hollow cliff pieces. Yeah, like that one right there. If I'm not careful. I mean, you can get stuck. I don't really want to be going down at this point. I want to be going up. I might be screwed. Yeah, there are some of those places where you can get stuck on the terrain in the playable area of that map, so I'm sure there are places out here where you can fall in a hole and not be able to get out, and the only way you'd be able to get out of it would be to fast travel. All right, this all looks... Yes. All right. Okay, yeah. Up here? Oh, yes. Right there's the Legate's tent. And apparently he does only spawn when you actually kick off the final battle. But still, he'd be a lot more manageable if everybody in the camp was already dead when you confronted him. Unless he might already be spawned, but just inside his tent, which we can probably get pretty close to at this point. maybe even get into it, which you ordinarily can't. Get a little closer. Oh. It's one of those holes I was talking about. What's that? Some kind of glitch. Sorry, stay focused. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Invisible wall. Again, if I had to guess, I'd say it's probably to keep you getting from, you know, down there to up here, not vice versa. But still, that kind of sucks. Yeah, no sign of anybody there, and we're definitely close enough to spot people even without a scope. XP. I guess Eddie's still down there somewhere killing people. Okay, next question. Can you get into Kaisar's fort? Which should be right over there, I think. Yeah. I've obviously already been there with this character since I have the map marker. Set a custom destination so I can find it easier. Again, it might break the quest if you go there before Volpes gives you the mark, but it would be interesting to see if you can get in without having your stuff confiscated. And it would be interesting to see if I can get down from here without killing myself. I guess that's the road from the fort to the Legate's camp, which they would obviously need to have one since that's the forward base they actually attack the dam from. Alright, making some progress here. Eddie is unconscious. And I might be a little bit screwed too. If there's a place with droppable ledges a little farther around. Just cling to the side of the rock. This is why humans have opposable thumbs. Which does not explain why horses can do this in Skyrim, but I digress. I don't know about all that. Oh, no, 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 no. Ow! Ow! Yeah, this isn't good. Well, pop a few stim packs and hope for the best. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think we're safe now. And it should be roughly in this direction, according to my custom marker. This is a welcome stretch of relatively safe and easy travel. I don't see that glitch anymore. I might not be looking the right direction. Tense. This must... I'm not sure. Let's see what's up with that. I think this is the big camp you can see from the fort if you look over the wall. I'm assuming it's just window dressing, and there aren't any red markers, so there aren't any legionaries, and I'm sure there's no loot if it's just here to, to look at and see in the distance, make it look like Kaisar's army is, even obviously bigger than just the number of people they have in the fort itself. There's the outer wall. Let's see if we can get in there. And there's another tent city. So maybe the first one isn't the one I was thinking of. But still, there's no place else you could ordinarily see it from. Oh no, invisible walls.
There you are.
Yeah, that's the main gate where you arrive from Cottonwood Cove. So yeah, there's the second gate and the path up to the top to the fort itself. And it doesn't look like there's a way down here. They know I'm here. Over here? No? Ow! Apparently the invisible walls don't stop spears. Guess they heard about the incident at the Legate's camp. Well, if spears go through, I bet bullets go through too. Yes, they do. Apparently the game decided it's night now because my scope just switched to night vision, which isn't particularly helpful at the moment, but it is what it is. And there's no real point wasting ammo on those guys, so I'm just gonna look for another way in. Now, the front gate isn't real. I mean, it doesn't work like the other doors or gates in the game. It just teleports you between the fort and Cottonwood Cove. But we might as well check out the back gate. You know, if they got lazy and used an actual door object instead of just static walls, it might work. But it does not. Wonder if we can get into the moat. Because if we can, I'm pretty sure we can get into the fort from there. I think you can fall in the moat from the other side when you're, you know, in the fort, so... I'm going to do it around here where there aren't as many people. Hey! Where is that coming from? Don't make me come over there. What am I saying? The whole point is I want to get over there. I'm going to drop another save just in case I get stuck. Yep. Yeah, that's almost certainly there to keep you from climbing out of the moat when you're in the camp, but I'm good and stuck here. Alright, load that save. And at this point, I think I'm just going to see what else we can see. And eventually they'll get bored and stop throwing spears at me. Yep, we should be out of range. Sure. Damn. Not before they cripple my leg. Damn it. Alright, pop another stim pack. Uh-oh. Another invisible wall. I really hope I don't have to backtrack through that shooting gallery. This is, not terribly promising. Okay, that was kind of weird, but I think I'm out now. So, that's the part of Lake Mead that you can see from the fort back there. And this would be over there would be the crashed bomber and stuff. Oh. Well, now that's a really unusual place for an invisible wall. They usually at least try to line them up with cliffs or other terrain features to disguise the fact that they're there, even though it's usually pretty obvious anyway. And what am I looking at? That's the eastern extremity of Lake Mead, and I guess that's Guardian Peak? Yes. Well, it looks like there's no way into the fort from out here, which, like I said, is probably more a side effect of the invisible walls that are there to make sure you can't get out of the fort while you're inside and get out here. Actually, if you go to the crashed bomber and swim east, there's a net across the Narrows just east of Guardian Peak, like the one across the river south of Cottonwood Cove. I don't remember exactly what the shoreline on this side looks like if you're swimming, but it didn't look that steep from up here, so I'm guessing that invisible wall was just in case you find a way out of the water over here to keep you from getting around the net or, you know, into the fort like we just tried to do. But we're definitely on that side of the net now. I mean, the other side from the bomber. I'm guessing the lake ends somewhere out there, like the river ends south of the net across the, river. And I could have gone all the way around the lake if I had stayed farther east while I was traveling north in the last episode. Of course, I wanted to get back on the map once I got around the river so I could look at the Deathclaw Promontory and the Legion stuff, but if you can get all the way to the north edge of the map and get back down to Nellis Air Force Base, you could bypass the artillery barrage. If you can, that might be the most useful thing you can do out here. Actually, last episode, when I was out in the low-textured landscape that you can only see at a distance from the normally playable area of the map, I didn't run into a single invisible wall the whole time. And while I'm sure you couldn't climb out of the river out there because it's supposed to look like a deep canyon as far as the eye can see, the eastern shore of the lake doesn't look that steep. So I'm going to swim over there and see if I can get out. I mean, if push comes to shove, I can just go back the way I came and turn east somewhere between the Legate's camp and the Deathclaw Promontory and go around the lake that way. Or maybe not. I did drop down some pretty steep cliffs around the fort, but hopefully it won't come to that. I don't know. The closer I get, the steeper it looks. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? And now I have radiation poisoning. Hope I have some rat away. Well, that's the land east of Guardian Peak, I think. So I might not have to swim all the way across anyway, if I can get out here. Somewhere there. Yeah, that looks flatter up ahead. There we go. Now, am I where I think I am? Yes. I might be able to get around to Nellis without leaving the map at all. I mean, I'm outside the playable area right now, but last episode I was so far out that the Pip-Boy map wouldn't even scroll out to where I was. But I'm about out of time, so I think I'm going to call it a day, drop a save, and poke around the northeast corner of the map next time. I'll see you then.